The new 4th gen Tacoma is really cool, and this is it right here in black, which is not my favorite color, but this is what I got. Now there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and we're gonna find out what we can do with it right now. I just got a lot of cool stuff for the 4th gen. I've got floor liners, new exhaust, but we're starting with the Meso Customs Minimalist key fob. I have obviously been a huge fan of Meso Customs ever since I came out with this first. I think this is the version 2 key fob, and this is for the 3rd gen Tacoma that I've got. And I've had this for years, and it is held up awesome. I've actually lost one of the buttons changing the battery out when I was out on the trail. They ended up sending me brand new buttons, so Meso Customs is a great company. Now, I want the same thing for the 4th gen, and that's what this guy is right here. Opening up the packaging, it's really a very simple, easy install. You have the 2 parts of the remote and all the hardware in this can here. Put that off to the side. Opening this up, we're just gonna kind of pull everything out. Start at the top, work my way down. So that's the lock button. You're gonna go in, just put it in and click it all the way in. And you can hear that audible click when it's in, seated, all the way flush. Now we're gonna do unlock all the way in. Here's my blank. And then the very bottom is the panic button. And these only orient into the key fob one direction, very easy to do. All nice and flush. Little button on the side, push that, and then you can kind of pull this out, and this is the spare key. Put that off to the side. Actually, I'm gonna use the spare key to open up the key fob. Just gonna use it, kind of leverage, twist it, and it pops right open. We are gonna be reusing this waterproof gasket here. So that is gonna come out, and then we're gonna pull out the board, and we're gonna put it right into the back side of the Meso Customs. Lay the waterproof gasket on to keep everything nice and weatherproof. Next is the key retention bar. It's gonna slide right in the bottom here. It's only kind of one direction. Then you have your springs. They're gonna go in the 2 little posts on the back side of that. And then your bottle opener is just gonna go sit right on top of all of that. There's 2 springs in here. Really wanna push this bottle opener out, so keep a nice tight grip with your outside fingers there. The top notches in at the top and then collapses down onto the bottom. So you can see here before I put the screws in, everything is nice and flush. I'm gonna take the screws, pop these in, use the included Allen wrench, tighten everything down. And we're going just to snug, don't over tighten. And then your spare key goes right in the bottom here, locks into place. A very quick, easy mod you can do. It takes about 5 minutes. Anyone can do it, and it really changes the look of your key fob, and it is a little bit smaller. Not a ton smaller. It was, on the 3rd gen Tacoma, it was significantly smaller, but this one, it's just a pinch smaller, a little bit more narrow profile, but it does retain the factory key, which it did not on the 3rd gen, which is really great. I dig it, and it's green. It's fall in Montana, winter's right around the corner. These floor mats are not gonna last. I need to fix this right now. These are floor mats from a company called LasFit, and they're a real question mark right now. I might actually do like a long-term or a comparison video with these, just so that people have a sense of how they last as far as longevity goes. But right now, let's see how they fit in the brand new Tacoma. I did get a little kink when it arrived in shipping, but it says you can just kind of fold them back, and it should just remold itself back to its original position. And of course I got the back seat too. And installation couldn't be easier. Grab the seat, put it all the way back to give you enough room to work, undo the 2 latches for the floor mats, pull out the dirty factory floor mats, maybe use them later, I don't know. Grab your LasFit mat, go ahead and pull off the waterproof covers. Now you have access to the latches, and all you're gonna do is index it under the pedals. Light up the factory tabs, twist them on, and then put the waterproof covers on. These floor mats are really nice. They have a lot of coverage. I like how even on the very front of the seat mount here, it's got a big arcing protective cover. You can see I've already kicked it here a few times, and it just covers really well. I dig them. Now we just gotta swap out the rest of the truck. I don't know what these are expected to cover. Now this is significantly more coverage. Now one thing you wanna make sure of, Trev made this big mistake on his 4Runner. See how it's kind of protruding up off of this door sill here? just by maybe an inch. This is enough for it to kind of the edge to get caught, and it's just gonna fold this up every time. It's gonna deform and never be able to come back. So I'm gonna make sure that this is actually rolled under. That way it always catches underneath the sill and not need to roll up and deform. See, no problem at all. Behind me here is my brand new catback exhaust system from AWE. It's a very inclusive, very quality kit, all made in the USA. Now, the real reason I'm going with this kit is twofold. One, on my 3rd gen Tacoma, I kept bashing the exhaust tip in the rocks whenever I was off-roading because it just kind of hangs down real low behind the bumper. And when I got the high clearance, it looked silly. So I ended up just cutting it behind the axle to regain all that clearance. I didn't really like doing that. I thought there's a better way, and this is the better way. I got the bash guard kit. Didn't realize that I could have just got the bash guard kit, so I ended up getting the full kit with these awesome black tips here, which are probably the nicest tips I would ever see on a Tacoma. But I'm not gonna be using these, I'm using the bash guard kit, which is gonna be a much more low profile exhaust exit where it's gonna come out right behind the axle, just like the Trail Hunter. Second reason is the exhaust sound. This is turbo. I want it to sound turbo. And this makes it sound turbo. Let's get it going. Step number 1 is removing the old exhaust. The old system is out, and it actually went really quick. Brand new truck, 300 miles on it. Now granted, if I waited till after this winter, it would be significantly like 15,000 million times harder to get this out, #rust. Now this is the new system from AWE, and it's about to go in. They have amazing install directions on their website, which is gonna make this go really, really fast. The installation could not be easier. All the pipes are labeled, starting with pipe G30, working your way down the numbers. I preload the clamp, I start every pipe with the hanger, and work my way back to the clamp. I make sure the pipe is completely seated, put the clamp flush with the over part of the pipe, and then snug everything down. When everything is nice and tight and oriented properly, I go back and torque everything to 60 pounds. I got the exhaust all put in. All I have to do now is torque everything down to 60 foot-pounds, and this will be done, and we get to hear how it sounds. My son is gonna be so jealous of this. That's 3 quick, easy, and straightforward upgrades you can do to your 4th gen Tacoma. The LasFit floor liners are really gonna protect the carpet all winter long from the snow and the mud and all that good stuff. The exhaust from AWE is going to help future problems more than anything else. When the truck is completely built out, it will protect that tip from getting destroyed. Plus the new exhaust just sounds awesome. Like, I love that turbo sound. You can really hear it spooling up now. It's really nice. And the Meso Customs key fob is just cool. My wife's never gonna take my keys. I know exactly whose keys those are when I pick them up off the table. Also, Meso Customs Minimalist key fob is $30. The exhaust is just shy of $1,100, and the floor mats are about $130. Let me know what you guys think. What would you upgrade first on your 4th gen Tacoma, and are these good upgrades? Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.